Well, I can guarantee you one thing, fans. His opponent for tonight is Cruz. This guy is from Canada, and you talk about high impact. Cruz is one of the biggest ring stars in Canada. They are. Cruz. Cruz trying to get the fans involved here, trying to get them to back him 100%, and I don't think he's going to have any problem doing that.
Again, this is the one ball, 30-minute time limit.
Cruz noticing the baseball bat right off the bat. I'm glad somebody's got enough sense to notice that this is a foreign object if I've ever seen one. The only problem is he don't have to hide it. He carries it to ringside. Cruz, here we go. The Duke is disappointed in the ring announcer over here telling him that he's as bad as all the other fans. Well, I can guarantee you one thing. Steve Flynn's going to have his hands full with one Cruz. All the big stars coming into Southern States Wrestling. I tell you, it's a joy for me to be here to call all the matches. And here we go. Cruz, like I said, from Canada. Big top star up there, offering Steve Flynn his hand, and I can guarantee he's not going to get that. Newcomer here to Southern States Wrestling. Believe me, he'll learn. Cruz is over here complaining about the Duke being at ringside, and I got to agree with him. I don't even think he needs to be out here. We need to bar him from ringside. We're getting ready to start this match off, folks, and I can't wait. And here we go. Tie up, collar, and elbow. Cruz back into that turnbuckle, calling for the clean break. And Flynn gives it to him. I can't believe it. Steve Flynn actually gives somebody a clean break, and here's the handshake offer once again, and I can guarantee he's not going to get it. Of course, I don't think I give that one away, fans. I believe y'all had that figured out for yourself. And here's Steve Flynn complaining about something on Cruz, but I can tell you one thing. Cruz is not the type of competitor that would bring a foreign object into the ring. Cruz over here trying to get these fans into this TV taping of ours. The Duke over here frustrated, says he don't like the noise. He wish everybody would keep their mouth shut. Tie up, collar, and elbow. Flynn back into the turnbuckle, calling for the clean break, and giving it to him with no resistance whatsoever. Total sportsmanship. Flynn claiming he pulled his hair, and you know better than that, fans. Cruz don't have to resort to such tactics as a hair pull. Flynn saying he did. Cruz going to get the audience's opinion, and I got to agree with him. I didn't see it. And here we go. Cruz, tie up, collar, and elbow. Into a side headlock. Flynn got that side headlock, and I mean, he's got it on hard. Cruz with a push-off. Big shoulder tackle by Flynn. Up and over. Leapfrog. Oh, down low. Big Japanese arm drag. Cruz, and there's one for the Duke. Big arm drag takeover. You talk about excitement. Cruz is bringing it to Southern States Wrestling. I can guarantee you that. And the Duke, he is out. Duke down here with his baseball bat and his glasses knocked off sideways. And I tell you what, that's one that's well-deserved, fans. He's been asking for that for week after week after week. And here's our ring announcer over here trying to revive him at this point. Cruz working over that left arm of Flynn, and I tell you what, he has got the pressure on him, working on that elbow. Notice how he drives the knee in hard, bending that elbow back. Referee in to see if Flynn wants to give it up, but I can guarantee he's not going to give it up that easy. Here's Cruz asking for the fans' approval. Down hard on that arm. That left arm of Flynn has got to be giving him trouble. Notice he's already got a elbow wrap on there. Apparently had an injury before, maybe before I got here. Flynn asking him one more time. And they're saying yes, and I say yes too, and down hard he comes. Flynn is in trouble here. He better get something going, and I mean quick. Well, this one's going to be over before it got started. Got that good arm bar on that left arm. And I mean, he is wrenching it in tight. And here we go, picking him up. Big body slamming. Cruz holds on. Good camera shot here by our lady camera woman. And Flynn is in a world of trouble, in a world of pain at that. Referee down, seeing if he wants to give it up. He's saying no, but he gets his foot on the rope, so that will call for the break. And Flynn's taking one to the outside, discussing things with the Duke. Duke over giving him a little bit of advice. I don't know what advice he can give him, considering he's never been in the ring before, but I guess with his money, he buys these prize athletes to do the dirty work for him. Cruz ready to lock up again, and I tell you what, it's a thrill to see this young competitor here in Southern States Wrestling, because he was a big name in Canada, I can guarantee you that. Flynn doing a whole bunch of jaw-jacking here, not much wrestling, I can guarantee you that. And here we go, tie collar and elbow. Going back to that left arm. You talking about taking it back to the old school. This is like the Anderson when they worked over Ricky Morton's arm. Speaking of Ricky Morton, he will be coming in. Drops down hard. Cruz is going to twist this arm off Steve Flynn. And like I said before, Flynn better get something going, because I can guarantee you one thing. This has been a one-sided match, all Chi-Chi Cruz.
5 minutes into the match.
And there you hear our ring announcer saying we're 5 minutes is gone. And Steve Flynn resulting to biting. He bit him on the leg, I think. Referee over to ask him. Of course he's going to say no. What do you think, referee? He's going to say, oh, yes, I did it. I think not. Chi-Chi Cruz over telling him what he done, and the referee can't get an honest opinion from the Duke. I can guarantee you that. Tie up collar and elbow, and here we go again. Back to that left arm. And I tell you what, Steve Flynn's not going to have an arm left after this one's over. Going for that third twist. And here we got a reversal. Steve Flynn trying to get something going here. Cartwheel into another reversal. You talk about chain wrestling fans, you got one going here. Steve Flynn with a 2 count, a close 2. He got caught sleeping on that one. The Duke over arguing with the commissioner right outside camera range. I can tell they're real good friends. And the fans, they are really on the case of the Duke tonight. And I got to tell you, I can't blame him. He comes out here with a baseball bat, the whistle, calls these great fans of ours all kinds of names, and I tell you, they've about had all they're going to take of the Duke. Steve Flynn with an obvious handful of tights there, got a close 2 count. And Cruz back to that left arm. And that's something you're going to see here at Southern States Wrestling, fans. You're going to see wrestling. And the fans cheering him on, trying to get him to drop down on that arm, because they hate Steve Flynn with a passion. I can guarantee you that. And down hard he comes on that left arm. The fans, I tell you what, they're yelling out, break it here. And the Duke, he is about to go crazy at ringside. Cruz with that, still working on that left arm. Flynn better get something going here, or he's not going to have a left arm to drive the car home with, so to speak. And he is jerking down on that hard, just jerking on it hard, trying to dislocate that elbow. And back to a arm bar. Notice, fans, he's got his back to his back where he can't get up off the mat. Driving that elbow into his elbow, and I tell you what, Steve Flynn is in a world of trouble here. Fans, there is absolutely no way out of this hold right here, because with his weight, it's hard to get out. And here comes Flynn. He turns the flip to get out of it. And here comes Cruz with a reversal into a pinning combination, and we got a 2 count. Cruz backing him into that turnbuckle, and Flynn Here comes the Duke with some more advice. The Duke, a crafty individual, I got to tell you that. He'll wait to the right time when the referee's got his back turned and do the damage. Steve Flynn offering his hand now. Now, I can't believe this. I've never seen Steve Flynn do anything when it comes to sportsmanship, but he's offering his right hand. And if Chi-Chi Cruz knows better, he better think twice about this. Cruz outsmarted him on that one, jerked his hand away, and big atomic drop. Back to that left arm, and here we go again. Cruz working on that left arm. And he is tightening up on that arm bar. Flynn trying to get back to a vertical base. Here we go, backing him back into the turnbuckle. Referee over trying to break the hold. Irish whip across into that neutral turnbuckle, and nobody home. Big arm drag takeover, and here we go again, back to that left arm. That left arm of Steve Flynn is going to be to where he can't use it at all here in just a few minutes. Notice he's got his leg draped across him there where he puts all his weight on him at the same time where he can't get up. Referee down, seeing if he wants to give it up, and you can hear Flynn clear over here to the broadcast booth screaming in pain. And I think he beat him again. Fans, that was outside. I was a little bit out of camera range. I couldn't tell from this view, but Chi-Chi Cruz is holding his leg, and Flynn comes out. And I just heard Chi-Chi Cruz said he beat him, so I called it like I see it. And here we go. Taking Flynn back in. Big arm drag takeover. And Cruz back to that left arm. Fans, he has been working on that left arm for a good 10 minutes now, I would think. Flynn, in every way, shape, or form, has been outmatched in this. I can guarantee you one thing. Steve Flynn and the Duke underestimated Chi-Chi Cruz. We all knew what a star he was in Canada. We just wanted to see if he could hold up to the competition here in Southern States Wrestling, and I can guarantee you one thing. He is holding up in fine fashion. Flynn up on that second rope, comes off, and Cruz holds on to that arm and drags him clear out of the ring. Flynn goes out to the outside, the Duke around to check on him. And Flynn's leaving. Flynn's out in the autograph session, laying on the floor. The Duke trying to make him go back. Tracy Smothers over there in that autograph session, and the Duke and him having words, and Chi-Chi Cruz standing inside the square circle waiting to do business. The referee backing him up, and here comes Flynn up on that top rope. And back down he comes. Apparently he thought better of the situation. Chi-Chi Cruz trying to get the fans behind him. And that is no problem because he is a fan favorite here in Southern States Wrestling, and this is his debut. Back to that left arm. Big knee to the gut by Flynn, following it up with the right hand. And here we go, Irish whip across into that empty turnbuckle, and he hit hard. Chi-Chi Cruz about tore the turnbuckle out of the post on that one. Big bolo-like forearm, and down goes Cruz. Steve Flynn got a handful of hair. Irish whip across. Big elbow, and down goes Cruz. Cruz down on that mat. And I tell you what, he about knocked the teeth down his throat on that one. Just a thumb to the eyes. Big sledgehammer forearms, driving them home. And here we go again. Hitting that turnbuckle hard. Fans, I tell you what, you've got to see this in person to believe it, but he's hitting that turnbuckle hard enough to knock the steel post down. Flynn going to work, big thumb to the eyes. And fans, I got to encourage, if you're in the Fall Branch area here in Tennessee, you got to come out and see Southern States Wrestling, because it's some of the finest you'll ever see. Steve Flynn going to work on Cruz's back. And I tell you what, after 3 times into that turnbuckle, he has got to be hurting. He's got to be in a world of trouble. Cruz going up and down for the ride. Good grief. Cruz is in a world of trouble here. We got a close 3 count, and I tell you what, fans, I thought this one was over. Cruz firing back, trying to get something going here. And down goes Flynn. Flynn backing up in that corner, begging for mercy. Big thumb to the eyes. And here we go again. Irish whip across, and he hits hard. And I tell you what, fans, that's got to be for the 4th time that I've, and here he comes for a 5th. A 6th. And I tell you what, the back is just give out on Chi Cruz, and he goes down hard to the canvas. His legs just went out from under him. Apparently his back's give out, and here we end. Steve Flynn sitting on his back, coming back with that rear chin lock into somewhat of a camel clutch. Reminds me a lot of the old Iron Sheik. The only problem is he hasn't got the arms of Chi Cruz up around his knee where he can get the leverage on the back and make him submit. Because he's not going to give it up, it don't look like. He's asked him 3 times, and he said no every time. Cruz in a world of trouble here. And there it is. He is setting down on it now. Notice the back, bent into a U. Steve Flynn, I tell you what, you talking about an athlete. This guy right here can flat get it done. He could step on any TV studio, so to speak, and take a television title, a United States Heavyweight Championship, whatever he so desires, because Flynn is one athlete. A true professional wrestler. Cruz firing back to the midsection. Big rake to the eyes. Steve Flynn, I tell you what, he is working over Cruz's back to the point where he can't hardly get to his feet. Man, that come right out of the NFL, fans. I can guarantee you that. And here we go. Big suplex there. Belly to back suplex. And look at Flynn trying to get the audience behind him like they're going to cheer for him. That's a hopeless cause. I can guarantee you that. The Duke. What a disgusting human being. The biggest rule breaker in the sport as far as I'm concerned. Went for a clothesline and missed. Up and over with a sunset flip. They're tied up into the ropes. Referee called for a 2 count before he called for the break. Irish whip across. Reversal. Big clothesline by Flynn. About took his head off, fans. Cruz down hard to the mat. And I tell you what, fans, he is in another world at this time. Cruz trying to get his senses together here, and that doesn't help any. Big boot right to the top of the head. Flynn stalked him like a mad dog, just driving a headbutt hard in the back. And Cruz, I tell you what, that back is going to give out at any moment. He can barely get to his feet now. Steve Flynn got him draped across. Flynn getting the attention of the referee. I seen this one coming, and here comes the Duke doing the damage. A blatant slap. The Duke up in Chi-Chi's face. And I tell you what, Chi Cruz is going to have to get something going here, or this one's going to be over. Duke got his attention, and Flynn from the back. I seen it, Duke.
You see that, Chance Williams? Steve Flynn on his way to another victory. And I better make sure when I watch this tape, if you say something bad about me or Steve Flynn, I'm coming after you.
Well, you heard it from the Duke. Never a loss for words, I can guarantee you that. Over here giving me a hard time in the broadcast studio. Big chop by Cruz. Got him in that side headlock. And here he goes for the ride, I thought. There he goes. Big knee. And Cruz goes down hard. Steve Flynn pulling some moves out tonight I hadn't seen in a while. Big high five to the Duke. And the Duke over here telling me how to do my job. I don't tell him how to do his. Irish whip across. And here we go with a small package roll-up. We got a 1, a 2 count only. Steve Flynn comes out and big forearms to the back. I tell you what, Cruz's back is in trouble at this point in time. Picks him up for a body slam. Cruz gets out of it, rolls him up. And we got a 2 count only. And Cruz hit that rope, and he hit it hard. Brother, if that did knock the wind out of him, I don't know what will. Chi-Chi Cruz in a world of trouble here. And Flynn's like a mad dog at this point. He sensed the back is hurt, and he is going to work on it. No sympathy whatsoever. Southern States Wrestling, it don't get any better than this, I can guarantee you that.
20 minutes gone.
Cruz trying to get something going here. Irish we're up across, and here we go, ducking down for a drop down for a backdrop, and Steve Flynn just run him over like a bulldozer. Closed fist right to the head. Don't even hide it to the referee. Big chop by Cruz. Good grief. And here we go. Series of closed fists right to the midsection, and Steve Flynn driving him in hard, and the referee calling for a break, and Steve Flynn's acting like he's not even there. The referee got to a 4. 5 count, he'd be disqualified. Cruz on that second rope, off of the big clothesline. Big clothesline by Cruz, and both men are down, and we got a count to 10 here for somebody to get up. Somebody better get up, or both men's going to be counted out. Duke cheering on Steve Flynn. We're up to 5, and Steve Flynn's up. And so is Cruz. Cruz backed up. And we got a reversal by Cruz, trying to get him over on that backslide. And here he goes. Got him into a backslide, and we got a 1 and 2 and a feet on the ropes. Steve Flynn, knowing where he's at in the ring at all times, got the feet on the ropes. Some people say that's the easy way out, but I can guarantee you one thing, that's smart wrestling, because when you know where you're at in the ring, you put your feet on the ropes, don't waste your energy by trying to kick out. Big reversal by Cruz. Big backdrop. Good grief, he must have been 10 feet in the air on that one. Cruz finally getting something going here. But the pain he is in on this back situation puts Steve Flynn, reversal, up on that second rope, off of the crossbody block. And we got a quick, I tell you what, that was a 2 count only, but I tell you what, I thought that was a pinfall right there, fans. Raked to the eyes by Flynn. And look at Flynn, going back to the rule-breaking tactics. Seems to me you would try to beat him fair and square and have some, sportsmanship to him, but apparently the Duke hadn't taught him that. Steve Flynn climbing the ropes, going up top, saying it's time to put him away for good. He's up on that top rope. Chi-Chi Cruz trying to get back to his feet. Big drop kick right in the chest. Steve Flynn is down, and he is holding that chest. I tell you what, he could have cracked the rib on that, fans. Cruz is out at the same time. I don't know if they connected heads or what, but I can guarantee you one thing, Cruz is not getting up at all. Steve Flynn back to his senses here, trying to get up, back to that vertical base and get something going. And fans, I tell you what, if we don't get something going here quick, this is going to go to a time limit draw. Cruz battling back. Flynn trying to get something going, and Cruz blocking everything he's got. And here he comes. Irish whip across. Big drop kick right in the mouth. He must have been 6 foot on that one. Popped him right in the mouth again. I tell you what, Steve Flynn goes 6'2", and he kicked him right in the mouth. Here we go. Big clothesline by Cruz. Cruz working those ropes and working them well. Snapmare takeover. And here we go again. Big forearm. How about that, fans? I'll tell you what, Cruz with a good move there. Rear kick to the side of the face and took Flynn and him both over at the same time. And here he comes. Up and over, crossbody block to the concrete floor. And I tell you what, fans, it looks like a car wreck here on 40 West. We got bodies scattered out everywhere and no pads here in NCW. That much I can guarantee you. Just a concrete floor. And the Duke is out. The Duke trying to get back to his feet. Cruz making his way up to the top rope. And Flynn up to vertical base, drops him over. And we got a roll up by Cruz. And he pinned him. We got a 3 count, Chi Cruz. He has won his first match here in Southern States Wrestling. A defeat, a big super kick by Flynn. Steve got that baseball bat. A blatant choke here. This is totally uncalled for. The Duke is going berserk out here at ringside.
You might be able to see something.
And I'll tell you what, Cruz is in a world of trouble here. We might have to have some help here at ringside to break up this situation. Put that bat right into the rib cage and down again. I'll tell you what, he could crack a rib on this one. Looks like to me he's trying to. Now he's just putting that bat right on his throat. Referee going down. Well, I can guarantee you one thing, fans. If he hadn't got beat 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring, he would have been disqualified by now. So either way, he's a loser in my book. And the Duke at ringside. Please shut him up. Flynn locking in that Cobra. And I tell you what, Chi Cruz is out.
We're going to beat your ass again. And if you want, you can bring the whole damn country of Canada with you.
The Duke, never a loss for words, that is for sure. Talking about bringing the whole, well, you know word, to Canada. Bringing all the Canadians down here to fight. Well, I can guarantee you one thing. This Canadian's a proud man, and he will be back again. DDT by Flynn. And here's the Duke. This is total humiliation here, and thank God the referee don't count to 3. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen since I've been commentating wrestling. The Duke trying to get a 3 count on Chi Cruz after the baseball bat has done the damage. A big stomp to the chest. And fans, we're going to have to get away from this situation. I tell you what, we're going to have to get some help out here for Chi Cruz. The floor director is telling me to stay with it as long as I can, but I tell you what, we're getting close to a commercial break.
Come on, ref, the match is over.
That's what I say, ring announcer. The match is over. Obviously, the referee trying to break this situation up, and I think the damage has been done now. Duke and Flynn leaving ringside. Cruz out in the center of the ring, and we'll be back right after this timeout.